920 Society Mastermind. Today is day 11 of 21. Courageously, heart to heart, or cowardly living. It's our choice. It's up to us what we want to do with this life. And we have two choices: to be courageous or to be cowardly. If you're not familiar with the 920 Society Mastermind, go to defalco.com. Up at the top, you'll see a tab. You can join us there. So, what is today of 11 of 21? Courageously confident, commended life with purpose. That's choice number one, where we're standing tall with a sense of direction, driven by inner strength and determination versus external circumstances, embracing challenges with open arms. Those that you are familiar, what is the definition of success? The definition of success is the artful management of failures and setbacks. The artful management of failures and setbacks. Any really successful person will tell you they got to where they gotten to based upon many failures and many setbacks, but they kept artfully managing those. And that's the only way you truly become successful. Successful is not an inheritance. We know that we've seen all the studies of instant lottery winners that win 50 million, $100 million, and then 5 years later, their life is a disaster. Why? What is that? So, real success, the artful management of failures and setbacks, and courageously confident, commended life with purpose. That's what success is, because I've seen a lot of multi millionaires and a couple with a B in front of it, billionaires, that had it all, but cowardly crawling through life, feeling condemned, still had a lot of mediocrity with pain. So there's a two contrasting ways to live, isn't it? A cowardly crawling, condemned life of mediocrity with pain, shrinking away from life's challenges, trapped by fear, uncertainty, and self-doubt, avoiding risk, leading to stagnation and unfulfilled potential, living in the shadow of regret. We've been talking about this the last 10 days. About 3 of those days, we're talking about the past can touch me not. Go back and see those videos on the YouTube channel. Missing the purpose and joy of a life well lived. Now, life well lived doesn't mean it wasn't full of failures and setbacks. Oh my gosh, I get the trophy for that, my friends. It is though you still went through them and you did it by artfully managing every failure and setback, and it never identified who you were. What is a coward? A coward is a person who lacks courage in facing danger, difficulty, opposition, and pain. Now, I don't know about you. When I read this definition, I kind of cringe a little bit. It's been a lot like me many times throughout my life, but then I get a hold of myself and I go, wait a minute, I'm not going to live this way. This is not the way I want my life to end up. Go back and look at the image. Look at the image here. This is the way a coward's life looks when it gets toward the end. That's the way a coward's life looks and feels. The way we can live that first life, that courageous life, that confident life, the life that I'm always commending myself and commending others, and I live with a purpose, is this right here: being authentic, transparent, vulnerable with yourself. Stop hiding your pain to protect others. Comfort. You gotta be worried about your own comfort. If you're not comfortable, become uncomfortable with it. Become uncomfortable with being uncomfortable in every uncomfortable situation. You think, yeah, I wanted to make a point there. If you're uncomfortable any which way, you've got to be courageous. You don't want to end up in the dry desert with that look and that feel of being cowardly. So the first thing we got to do is connect with those who honor truth, time, and wisdom. And that is through either YouTube channels, it's through the type of people, the mentors you follow. I've got more mentors than I'd ever be able to listen to the rest of my entire life, but I still get in as many as I possibly can. I want to be around those people that want to give me empathy, not sympathy. Sympathy can be a curse. You're looking for people that know what empathy is. So you want to get your heart back. You want to get that courage back. The word heart, very simple, has that word core in it, cur, from Latin, meaning courage, which means to speak one's mind by telling all one's heart. Put your damn heart on the table. I started the 920 Society Mastermind. I'm going to get there one day. That's why I made it private. So people are willing to come in and say, man, let me tell you how I'm really feeling. Let me tell you how I'm really feeling. And then once we go through our habit finder results, the 44-page results, you'll see it on defalco.com, the homepage, where people are going to come on there and say, hey, here were my results today. I'm going to be sharing mine. You know, how am I thinking right now? A cowardly thinking and not taking that courage and making the life that I'm able to make, that I'm entitled to make. So let's get our courage back. Many of you know my work. This is the heart chart. How to get your heart back, how to have that courage to speak one's mind by telling all one's heart. You got to be honest. You got to have empathy. You got to have the right attitude, and you got to know how to call on reserves. Right now, if you're listening to me, you're calling on some reserve, and you got to be tough. You got to have a tough skin and a soft heart. And you got to remember who you really are. Your heart is just like your DNA. It's just like your thumbprint. It's unique from anybody else's. Only you can take care of you, no one else. No one's coming to save you. This is the soul over here. This is the ego. And if we don't have courage, if we are not courageous, it comes from the ego, not the soul. Our original version, our true authentic self, is as courageous as it will ever be. It's there. That courage is there. It's just buried, buried, buried with a lot of stuff. So the way we're going to get out of this is being honest with yourself. Find a quiet place. Remember, first thing on heart to get your heart back is honesty, empathy, right? H, that's the E. A, the attitude, the center of heart. It's your attitude, not your aptitude. It'll determine your altitude, said Zig Ziglar. And he is so right on target with that. So be honest with yourself is the first thing. Find a quiet space today. Take a few minutes to reflect on the situation. Ask yourself, am I a coward or am I courageous? What I'm allowing in my life right now, is it cowardly or is it courageous? And ask yourself where you've been hiding your true feelings, either to protect someone else's comfort or out of fear of vulnerability. Write down what you've been holding back. Be raw and honest with yourself, speaking directly to your heart. Then share it. Find one person, and I'm available for that. If you want to send me a private video, you do it right through the 920 Society Mastermind. You'll message me a video, I'll answer you back, I promise you. Choose one person you trust who honors truth, time, and wisdom. You got to find someone that's honoring wisdom, and that's all they're interested in life is to be wise. Share with them what you've written, not to seek sympathy, but to allow them to truly hear your heart with empathy. When you read social media, so many people are out there just looking for sympathy, looking for how many people go, oh, I feel so sorry. I feel so bad for you. And you've got to stop that because that doesn't serve you at all. It makes you cowardly and it makes you never want to really charge and take charge of your life. It's about opening up without fear. False evidence appearing real, false education appearing real. It's about being vulnerable and trusting the connection that comes from sharing your full truth. And then you want to practice courage. Throughout the day, remind yourself the original meaning of courage to speak one's mind by telling all of one's heart. Each time you feel discomfort or pain, remind yourself to embrace the feeling and speak your truth without hiding behind the mask of your comfort. The problem we have, then, folks, is so many people are speaking their mind and no one is speaking their heart. Be authentic. It's not about being fearless, but about having the courage to express your truth, your feelings, how you're feeling, even when it's uncomfortable. The song Nothing Is Going to Stop Us by Starship, Top Gun. Now, a lot of us think, oh, that movie, and you just see these love scenes and all. Gee, if I could just have a life like that. You can. You can. Your relationship could be just like that, but in a more even reality. We're not going to be Top Gun flying those jets, men. Forget about it. You're not going to be Tom Cruise, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. And you don't need to be Tom Cruise because you're as beautiful as Tom Cruise as a man when you're courageous, when you stand up for your woman, when you stand up for your partner, whoever that may be, when you stand up for what you believe in, when you stand up for what you're feeling, what you're feeling. So looking at this is the song. These are the lyrics. I put it on the YouTube channel, by the way. When you go to the YouTube channel for here, go to my YouTube channel. I just put it on there. Um, so it's right next to this lesson. So this right here, too good to be true. The world I found is too good to be true. Folks, every single one of us should be living in a life and living life in such a way is too good to be true because of what time and wisdom has delivered at us and said, here you go. And you may say, Freddie, you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I'm going through, but my life is so good. It's too good to be true from the wisdom that I'm getting from experience and most of it from failures and setbacks. Um, wow, so too good to be true. That's very possible. One so much to give you is that you don't go live for somebody else, but you become the best version of you that somebody else is so served by it. And then don't ever look back. We've been talking about that, like I think 3 out of the last 10 lessons. Let the world around us just fall apart. You know what? That's in our head anyway. And when we come back, everyone took care of themselves. This is the problem. We're all sitting around depressed or, feeling that the world is bad or it's falling apart. It's not falling apart, folks. He's got the whole wide world in his hands. It's not our job. Stop it. Stop it. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart, not ego to ego, not mind to mind. Stop speaking your mind, speak your heart. Dream together. Runs out of lovers. As the world runs out of lovers, so what? It doesn't bother you because you're such a lover. Be a lover. Be a lover of life. Be a lover of others. Enjoy the song, folks. Go to the YouTube channel. This link here to the YouTube channel, you'll find the song right next to there. Sing that 2 or 3 times a day, okay? But don't sing it this fantasy. You're going to find somebody that's going to be your savior. No, you go and you become somebody else's savior because that's what we're here for, okay? Be courageous today. Let's stop being cowards the way that we just try to make everybody else comfortable and we don't speak our heart. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to say this with a genuine heart to heart right here. I love you and I only want the best for you. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.